Hi everyone. We are here to do a snowflake dish that I got off of Temu that I thought would be fun, and I've been debating what color to do it, how to do it, and then I was at Hobby Lobby this weekend. It's like a craft store, and I saw this container. It's called Inclusions, and it's basically the iridescent paper all shredded up, or they're not foils, they're, I forget what the word is for them, cellophane, maybe that's it. So I thought, let's see how I can make this look with that. And I also have from Laura's Art Corner, Magic Diamond Blue, which is a shimmery glitter, which is very, very pretty, which I think will look great alongside of this. So we will try it. And if you're interested in trying this, I do have a discount for Laura's Art Corner in the description of this video. So I guess the first thing I'm doing is I did do 8 ounces of resin because I wasn't sure how much it was going to take for this mold since it's my first time. I did use, I'm working through my bottle of J. Diction glossy resin. So I am using that. It is a thicker viscosity resin, so you do tend to get more bubbles. But it's a little warm in my room right now. It's heated up as the day is gone. So I don't anticipate bubbles being too big of a problem. But I am going to take my heat gun and give it a little blast on the top. It has been setting for a little bit, and I am going to stir it. So I know I might introduce more bubbles. So I don't know how much of any of this to use, but let's just give it a go. And we'll see how it turns out. So first, the Magic Diamond Blue, and I'm thinking we want this to be a pretty good amount. So I'm going to give it 2 spoons. How's that sound? And then for the inclusion, I'm not sure the best way to get it out of the container. I will tell you when I opened it, I spilled it all over the floor. So I'm pretty sure my feet are iridescent right now. But part of the fun of crafts is spilling things everywhere, right? Can't have a clean craft room. If you do, let me know how that works out, how you get your craft room to be clean. Because if you saw the other side of my table now, you would see that I have a ton of ink bottles all over and pastes. And all right, I don't know how much to put. You guys saw how much I just took some out, put it in the cup. Got my big spoon here, so I'm gonna give it a stir. Then we'll look at it and say, does that look right? I've never worked with these like this, so I'm not sure. But I thought it would give it sort of an ice effect, right? And if I have too much, I actually have a crackle mold or a Druzy mold that I got from Julia's Art or something like that, her molds. And I may use the rest of it for that. Let's see, do we think this is shimmery enough? You know, it is super shimmery, but maybe we could use just a tad more of these, right? Just a tad. Might as well. Maybe 2 more, just a little bit more. Make it really shine and shimmer. And if this works, it's a really great, easy gift that you could give out for the holidays. Who doesn't need a little dish? I have them all over my house. I have so many things that I've made all over my house. All right. So let's look at that. That's just beautiful. It should look gorgeous. Let me see. Let me see. All right, now I am going to pour it from a little up high slowly because I do know that I introduce bubbles. So I'm going to try to knock some of them out. Ooh, the little, I don't know if you can see this, but the little tongs are sort of low. So I do have to use more caution, I guess. Maybe pour it into the side. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Looks like it's filling up pretty fast, so it didn't take too much. And I'll tell you in a second how much it did take after I get all the spots all filled in. Let it move around. All right, so we had 8 ounces of resin. Let's see how much I've got left. Just wipe up my cup. So it really didn't take much at all because I have 5 ounces left. So that didn't take much resin at all. So I imagine the lid's going to take just a tiny bit also. I'm not going to fill it up all the way yet. Or I don't think I'm going to. What I want to do is sort of just move it around, tap it a bit. Try to get out some of the bubbles that are at the bottom. And I learned this when baking. When you want to remove the air from things, you sort of tap them. So I'm hoping it's the same concept, right? I'm going to do the same thing with this. Just look around it, make sure I see every corner filled with something. It is hard to see the bubbles with all the shimmer in there. Give it a couple taps, let some of the bubbles come up to the top. And now I'm going to look at it because I do plan on spraying it with alcohol spray, and the resin tends to grow when you spray it with alcohol spray, and I don't want it to run over. So I actually think I probably have a perfect amount in both of these. And this is my 91%. You can use 99 if you have it or whatever you have. And every once in a while, I'm just going to come over and give it a spurt. And then see, ooh, I'm going to get those everywhere, aren't I? There'll be more than just my feet covered with those. All right, let me see. Maybe just a tad more in this one. And let's see how high we're up there. Maybe just a spot more on this one. And then I'm going to see, I hope I don't have too much, but I'm going to go ahead and pull this mold out, dump some in there, because that should look pretty cool. So awesome. All right, like I said, I'm just going to watch it. I am going to spray it. I might tap it a little bit more to get some of the bubbles out because I can't get into all the facets, right? I can't get into all the spots, so I have to do something. If I see them building up around the edge, what I will do, and I'll show you, is I take my toothpick, spray it a bunch, and then I'll go up around the edge, up underneath the edge. And that helps me get the bubbles that are there. And the alcohol is the key. So you got 2 there. If you just touch them with the alcohol stick, they come right out. There's another one that just came up. Oh, a little bit more alcohol. Give it a dab. There it goes away. All right. So I'm just going to watch them for a bit, and we'll come back when everything is ready to demold. All right, we are back to see how these turned out with our glitter and our iridescent paper, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see. It does look really cool. Oh, I love that. That is so pretty. It does kind of look like ice, right? And that was what I was going for. And it really worked out well. But let's see what the top looks like. See if it is. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. That came out really nice, and what a great gift. And now this was the one that I put all my leftovers in, the Druzy coaster. So let's see how that worked out. Oh, wow. I even like this more. I think this is the perfect coaster for something like this. It is gorgeous.